Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. A happy Tuesday, happy short trading week. Thank you very much for joining for these pre-market preparations. How was everybody's long weekend? Have you missed trading? Hi Amit, thank you very much for joining. In the meantime, until more people will join us, you can see the new Fibonacci-Traders.com website, all the details that you want and more about me, about the programs, everything that you want. Hi Nancy, thank you very much for joining. Happy to see you here. Hi Avi, how's everything? How was your weekend, guys? What's on your menu for this coming week? Happy September. Last month of Q3. 2023 is almost over. Can you believe it? And everyone starting to talk once again about COVID. Hi Ophir, thank you very much for joining. Hi Mark. How's everything? Let me know if you have any technical issues. I made some adjustment during this long weekend on the technical side for my internet and my PC. Thank you, Ophir. You're more than welcome to check it out. Once again, all the information about me, about how I trade, why I opened this course, and we have also the mentorship program, of course. We have a new crash course, 60 minutes. DXY, I will talk about it. And we have also the online program. All programs are now with special discounts. And of course, with lifetime access, the online program and the mentorship program, all with lifetime access. So check it out. So, what do we have here? We don't need to see Twitter. You're more than welcome to follow me also on Twitter, where I post actionable ideas for day trading, swing trading, and if you haven't saw both the weekly market recap and my top stocks to watch video, check them out before the opening bell. Hi Tomer, hi Leah, thank you very much for taking the time and joining me on this pre-market preparation. Let's talk first. Let's see what futures are telling us. For those who are new here, first time joining these lives, this is my main window. This is my main screen. We have here futures 4 hours. We have here futures 15 minutes. We have here SPY 15 minutes. And we have here SPY 65. Why 65? Because 6 candles of 65 minutes provide us a full daily candle. If you go to the 60 minutes candles, the 1 hour candles, the last candle is always 30 minutes. So I found it more useful to use the 65 minutes candles. For now, what do we see here? Futures breaking below. Since last Wednesday, as you can see, futures held above the 45.10 and below the 45.33. Now broke to the downside towards 4,500. The 45 needs to hold, otherwise we're heading towards the 44.92. If the 44.92 will fail to hold on the 4 hours futures, we are heading back all the way towards 44.50. And of course, everything you see and hear on my channel is for educational purposes only. If we check the 15 minutes, we can see we don't need even Fibonacci. We had here a very tough resistance area. Now we have double bottom scenario until where? 45. Until 45, and maybe all the way towards back to this purple trend line. This purple trend line helps us to identify the trend, and the trend now we have lower lows, and the trend is to the downside. Also we have very clear downtrend. We have lower highs, lower lows. We are in a downtrend on the US 500 15 minutes. Always zoom in, zoom out to get a better point of view price action. We can take Fibonacci so we can have our levels for risk management. Now, look at this. 50% retracement, uptrend, retracement, 50%, needs to hold. Below it, 4,500. Below the 4,500, and we are going towards this purple trend line. Before I take any questions, I will go over quickly. We have the cues also. We have the cues over here, 15 minutes. We have the cues over here, 65. And I also follow crude oil, 4 hours. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos, this rally since last Wednesday is not surprising. Now 85 needs to hold the support, otherwise we are going towards the 84. 86 is the resistance. Above it we are heading towards 89-90 area. Don't be surprised if we shall see this area. We also have a trend line that helps us to identify higher highs, and we also have this major trend line above 90. We are heading towards 94 and towards the 100s. Follow price, use levels and trend lines as your risk management, support, resistance for future price action. No other indicator. You don't need to believe me, but this is what I did in my first 2 years before I came consistent, profitable trader. It took me 2 years to find my own way. I went through almost all these technicals, indicators, and all the strategies based on these indicators. You don't need to trust me, but all of them are lagging. Now, let's see SPY on the daily. 450 support, 453 resistance. Above 453, 454, we are heading towards this gap at the 455. Below 450, and we are heading towards the 443. QQQ, you can post your requests. In the meantime, I will get back to all of your questions. I promise you that. QQQ on the daily, 380 resistance, 374, 375 you can say, support. Below it, 370. Above this one, we are heading towards 384. Look left, no need Fibonacci, no need nothing. Train your eyes to look left and find possible support resistance. Dow Jones, 350, 351, very tough resistance. Why? Look left. It was a very tough, a very important support. Broke to the downside. Now, resistance. Below the 348, we are heading 346. Overall, lower highs on the Dow Jones. IWM, retracement, bounce of this purple trend line that's holding the higher lows since beginning of May 2023, bounce towards where? The 618 Fibonacci retracement. Doji now pre-market going down and under 188 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards 185 together with this purple trend line. I will not go over Bitcoin and cryptos because there are nothing there, they're just moving sideways. KRE, same as the IWM. Not surprising because KRE is moving the IWM higher lows, lower highs, retracement, bounce off a purple trend line towards 50% retracement. Now 45 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards this purple trend line. Once you understand that the true relationship between candlestick analysis, trend lines, and Fibonacci levels, you don't need any other indicators. Watch this. XLV, higher lows since end of May. Each and every time price reached this trend line, bounced. Friday, bounced once again. Now this purple trend line needs to hold. Otherwise, we are heading towards 132. Below 132, we are heading towards this gap at the 130. Above this purple trend line that holds as resistance for the lower highs, we are heading towards 137 and then 140. Q oil on the daily finally breaking above, broke above, and managed to close above. Now in this candle, which is today's candle, went back, retraced. Let's see, this line and this area needs to hold now as support. If it will hold as support and tomorrow we will get a break above the 86, in my opinion, and it's only my opinion, we're heading towards 92. Natural gas, broadening formation, nothing much, moving sideways basically between the 277 and the 242. Long above 277, above 287 if you might. Above it, we are heading towards this purple trend line. Below 255, we are heading towards the lower purple trend line, SOXX. Broke above the 618, but with a doji, some kind of retracement. 503 needs to hold. Below 503, we are heading towards this white trend line that's holding the higher lows. Above 520, 521, and we are heading towards 536. Above 536, all you need is ask Fibonacci, and Fibonacci will give you future resistance for price action. AAPL, 2 consecutive dojis. We have a gap at the 191. 187 needs to hold. Follow price to the upside and to the downside as risk management. Shopify have a very big gap to the downside, and as we know, more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. So once you see a gap, be careful, take it under consideration. Nvidia, uptrend, short-term uptrend channel until proven otherwise. We have a gap to the downside, 2 days below this channel, and this gap will get filled. Long continuation above 502 towards the upper trend line. Meta, I'm sure I'm answering some of your questions during this recap. So take 1 second, hit the like, subscribe, the notification bell so you don't miss each and every day the pre-market preparation, and midday 12 p.m. Eastern time we are going live Q&A and market review. Meta 300, very tough resistance. Above it 305 and 326, below 293, and we are heading towards 281. AMD still in a downtrend short term. Long term, we are in an uptrend. This is why we use levels. This is why we use trend lines on the short term. The long term, if you are long on AMD, your risk management should be just below the 99 area. If you're not long yet on AMD, I would wait for a weekly close or 2-3 days above this upper red trend line. Tesla, I see many of you ask for Tesla. Trend line holding the higher lows. Last Friday went to the downside towards the 618 retracement. Below it, we are heading towards this purple trend line once again. On the short term, high, lower high, low, lower low, long continuation. In my opinion, two options: or to look for a bounce off this purple trend line, same as we had here, same as we had here, or same as we had here, or continuation above the 263. Microsoft moving sideways, long continuation above 332. Below it, nothing much. Amazon, let me know that you hear me, you see me well. If you are here, don't be shy, say hi. Amazon, trend lines holding the higher lows, bouncing last week. Now 141 is the next resistance. Above it, 143. Above 143, all you need to do, ask Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. Long continuation above 139.50 towards 143.40. And we also might get this kind same as we had here. We can get something like this, but we don't predict. We follow price and we use levels and trend lines as our risk management. Thank you guys, thank you. Google, trend lines, resistance for the future price action. Now 134 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading back to the 132 together with this purple trend line. Last but not least, for this recap, Netflix downtrend, bounce, 50% retracement. Doji 440 area, very tough resistance, very important support. 428 to the downside needs to hold, otherwise we are heading back to this red trend line that's holding the higher lows since, go back, June 22. Since then, each and every time price of Netflix reached this area of the red trend line, it bounced also 2 weeks ago. Now let's see what's going on in the futures. As you can see, we have a battle on the 45.11. Above it, we're going 45.16. If you see this kind of price action, it's a sideways move. Do not trade sideways moves. You will get chopped out and you will get exhausted. So let's see DXY. What's so special about DXY? Let's check your requests. DXY, dollar index. Long time since I looked at. We have this purple trend line, resistance, resistance, and for now, as you can see, trend lines from resistance to support. Let's see where it's heading. All you need to do, take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Next, 105, above it, 106. So I hope it answers your question. Next, Tesla we talked about. I hope it helped. MTCH. Let's check MTCH. By the way, behind me is my real setup. Let me know what you think. How do you like the colors? Purple. They say purple gives you good energy, positive energy. MTCH, we had some kind of a pullback. Let's clean the chart. Always clean the chart to get a better and cleaner perspective on the chart. What do we have here? We have all this area. We have a trend line holding the higher lows since beginning of July. We have this area of resistance. If you want to go long, in my opinion, wait for a break and a close above 49, at least 2 days. Why 2 days? I had someone ask me why sometimes you tell after one break, sometimes you tell after 2 days, sometimes you tell after 1 week. Anyone knows the question? Anyone knows the answer for this question? Why sometimes we need to wait not for 1 candle, but 2? Why do we need sometimes to wait for 1 week closing above a resistance if we want to go long? Why sometimes it takes only 1 candle to confirm a breakout and then we can take long? Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, purple gives positive energies. I don't know, this is what they say. I listen to others. I don't follow others, but I listen. What else? What else? Let me know. Why? Why do you think? To validate. Of course, to validate. It's a good answer, but it's not the complete answer. It all depends on the time frame and the long, how long the trend. 1 candle does not enough, you're correct. It depends on the time frame. If you are day trading on the 15 minutes, so sometimes 1 candle can be enough. If you're day trading on the 1 hour, 1 candle can be enough. But if you see this kind of trend, this we are looking now on the daily, but it's not a but each candle represents 1 day. But if we look left, since July 17th, this is not a daily trend. This is 1.5 months of a trend. So if we are waiting and if we will take long after 1 candle that broke up above this red line, it's high risk. We need at least 2 or 3 candles. So I hope it answers your questions and made you a better traders. What else? Volume? I don't use volume. This is my charts. As you see them, this is how I trade. Also on day trading. You will not see me. You will only see me with Fibonacci, trend lines, and no volume. Everything follows price. Think about it. Why? Everything follows price, also volume. FOMO is your answer. It's all about FOMO. MTCH, and this is why we need to zoom out. If you are a pattern trader, we can see some kind of a cup handle, but never rely, and this is just suggestion. You can take it also as an advice. Never rely on patterns. Cup and handle, head and shoulders, flags. Don't rely on them. Why? Because everyone can see whatever they want. Some will see here cup, handle. Some will see rising wedge. Some will see bull flag. None of them are correct. So stop following and stop relying on patterns. What else? What else do we have? Any other questions? What other questions do we have? Hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Don't be shy. Helping grow this channel, guys and girls, so we can reach more and more traders that wants to become better traders each and every day. We also have this trend line over here. So everything comes to this area. This area is a very tough resistance for MTCH. Any other questions? As you can see, futures are battling with the 45.11. hit the notification bell because we are going live today, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, market review. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Airbnb. We have 4 more minutes. So let's make the most of it. We had uptrend, retracement towards the 50% area. Now the 50% area is our new low. So we take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. And now Airbnb with a gap to the upside, another gap. We had a gap over here. Now, once again, another gap according to the pre. 137 below it, heading towards the 134. 141.70 is the 618 retracement for this downtrend. We have also too many gaps on Airbnb. I don't like stocks with too many gaps. We have a gap to the downside, 2 gaps to the upside. What do you think? Which gaps will get filled first? Don't guess, just follow price and use levels as your risk management. WDC, Western Digital. I don't know when I draw these lines, but trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. We have a gap over here. Now, some kind of a retracement, maybe going towards this gap, filling it, and then next leg up. Let's see which level is this gap. $382. Not surprising, it's all about Fibonacci. So if you're long on WDC, I would place a stop somewhere below 44.50. If you want, you can take also ATR. ATR says 131. 130. Now it's also here. Use also ATR as your where to place your stop. Take the closing price minus ATR. There is your stop. What else? What else do we have here? Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources. We have the free Fibonacci-Traders Academy playlist, 25 videos on how to become a better trader on technical side and the psychology behind trading each and every day. Each day, watch one video. It's short videos between 5 to 15 minutes each video. It's from my own experience. I share from my own experience to help you guys and girls to shorten the learning curve in the trading world. And it's a very long and hard and painful curve. This you can take my word. I've been in my first 2 years. It was very rough and very tough ride. UA will be our last request for this live. We can take swing low, swing high. Above 24.50, we are heading towards 25.80. 23.60 needs to hold a support. All this area, the 24-25 area, look left, very tough resistance. So if you are not long yet, let's put a alert over here. I want to follow it. Above this one, in my opinion, 27.50 to the upside, but again, I would wait for 2 candles closing above this area. So I hope you found this live helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, hit the notification bell. Will be much appreciated. Until 12 p.m. Eastern Time live, do good things and trade safe. Thank you very much for watching.